Hello, my name is Adanaya Uchiel from. I'm bothered. In the course of my job, going to schools and training teachers, I've made a lot of observations, and this one is really painful. I wonder what parents consider when they are making choices of school for their children. I have come to realize that the reasons for this choice of school are not really what it ought to be. Some parents consider a school because of the big name. Others consider a school because of the big building. I am not against such places. They are nice. But what you should consider when you're choosing a school for your children is not all that. Some also consider a place where they are paying so much. Because my friends' children are there, you just want to be happy when you're asked which school are your children and you mention one big name. And because of so much you are paying, can you always afford it? Consider your income. What comes into your family at the end of the month? Is your spouse also bringing in money at the end of the month for you to be able to foot those bills? Are you living in your own house or in a rented apartment where you may afford to pay the school fees and your rent becomes an issue? There are some pressures that we can avoid. Your family need you to live. Those children also need you to live for them to become what you want them to be. But at the end of the day, when the pressure comes, family pressures and all, extended family, because this is Africa, we value our extended members. And these children are sent out of the school most times because of fees. Come to think of it, after they must have spent 1 week or 2, or at times 1 month, they still come back to school because you have raised some money to pay for what they did not learn. The school is not going to deduct it because the children were not in school. That's not an excuse, you must pay. And come to think of it, when these parents raise money, they come back to the school to pay for what their children did not learn. Because you cannot keep the school on hold. Neither would you expect the teacher to go back to what they have taught. They may claim they did, but it's not easy for them. Some of them may, while most of them can't. And unfortunately, most unfortunately, I must say, some of these children are being identified by those ones that have not paid. You were away from school because you have not paid. You know, their mates in class. You never can say the kind of psychological problem you're causing to that child. And let me tell you what you may not know. Some of these school owners have already dismissed you. Seeing you around is like a problem. Can't he go to another? Just like we have 5 fingers that are never equal. There are different schools of different categories. Good schools are not determined by the size of the building or the amount of money you pay. It is determined by what the teachers have to offer and the standards they are giving out. Your children don't feel good, they may not tell you. But them being away from school because of this field gives them some psychological trauma. You may not know the harm you have caused them. What am I here? My message is simple. Sit back as a couple, discuss it, think about what you can confidently afford and still meet up with other family challenges. The economy is biting. Think about it and be reasonable. Don't just do things because others are doing it. There is no competition in destiny. Now here, you as a wife that cannot sit back and discuss this with your husband, where you can confidently afford and send your children there as a school. I ask you, are you a wife or a knife?